So this Revenge drop drops this upcoming Sunday, which is August 25th, and it drops at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys want to know that specific time for you, you can calculate it. This drop has some very good pieces and a lot of very bad pieces in my opinion, and it'll also be interesting to see if they can fix their shipping finally, or what comes out of this drop, because they have been getting a lot of hate recently. But I don't want to talk about that in this video. This video I just want to review the items. So we'll start with the pinstripe hoodie, and this one was actually teased a long time ago, a couple months I want to say, and it's supposedly based off of or inspired by his Corvette, which if you haven't seen his Corvette, it's just white and black. Like, it doesn't really matter because this really doesn't have anything to do with the Corvette other than the color scheme. And there was also a black and blue version, I believe, that was said to be inspired by a NSX. And the hood actually isn't a graphic or anything. It is its own black and white fabric, or pinstriped fabric. Obviously, the interesting part about this hoodie is the hood itself, which I am just not a big fan of, so overall not a big fan of the piece. These are also usually priced at $88, but since it is a different fabric for the hood, it might be priced a little bit higher. So next up we have the Revenge knife, and I don't think this one is a very good design either. A lot of people were hating on this because they found a very similar knife that you could get custom laser engraving or whatever it is on it, and it only costs like $15 or somewhere around there, I want to say. All it is the ARC logo repeated a bunch, which I don't think that's very cool. Maybe it would have been cooler if they did the sleeve phrase that they usually do, where it's "Revenge is in the creator's hands." I feel like that probably could have worked a lot better because the knife handle is so long, and instead of just repeating the Revenge ARC logo, you could have this phrase that fits the silhouette better. So next we have the Chrome Lightning logo, and this actually comes on a hoodie and then also t-shirts, and the hoodies are going to be in black, white, and blue, and then the t-shirts are going to be on black, white, and yellow. So here's an example of the hoodie, which I might have already put up, and then here's an example of a more close-up of the logo, which actually when I first saw, it's kind of hard to distinguish. You kind of have this perspective view. It's easy to tell that's the Revenge Lightning logo, but if you didn't, or if you weren't familiar with that logo, it'd be pretty hard to tell what it is. But as far as designs in this drop go, I think this is a mediocre one, not a great one obviously, and not a terrible one, but just an alright one. And once again, this is a cropped hoodie, so price should be around $88. And the tees should be, I believe it's $38, I want to say. Next up we have two skate decks. The first one is this red all over print one that we have seen. Not a whole lot to be said there. It is what it is. I'm not a big fan of all over prints, but it is a skate deck, so I guess it doesn't really hurt. The other deck is the diamond logo deck, which is the Revenge, kind of like an athletic baseball type font that they use, and it's all inlaid with diamonds. Also, a bit of a fun fact, I think this was Steven's first logo that was used by Revenge way back like a couple years when they did it on a hoodie. I do think this deck is a little bit better than the all over print, just because I generally believe all over prints are a little bit more on the lazy side. So next up is the Pantera graphic, and this is only going to come on black silhouettes, and it comes on hoodies and tees, but on these black colorways you are also going to have a red one and a blue one, and when I say that, I refer to the color of the design itself, but will be on a black blank. If you guys don't know who Pantera is, they are an old rock band. I believe they might have even dabbled in metal. It's been a long time since I heard any Pantera. But this is based off one of their album covers, almost directly ripped, just a little spin off it. Instead of saying Pantera, it says Revenge. I don't dislike this design because it's a rip-off of something else. Brands do that all the time, and it's honestly interesting to see what some of them come up with. I just don't like this design because it's not aesthetically pleasing to me anyway, I don't think. I'm not a fan of the Pantera album cover, so I'm not a fan of this. Next up we have the
Frick the World tee.
And this is honestly probably the worst design I've ever seen from Revenge. On the front you have one of these old school designs that Revenge has become very well known for. More towards a lot of their more classic pieces or old school pieces, and they have some speech bubbles saying some edgy things, and then you flip it over on the back, you have Frick the World in this scratched out kind of font that they've been using a lot. You've seen this font on the ski mask tee, and then also the very old X design that was stolen from somebody. But regardless, I think this is a terrible design because of the speech bubbles. I think they look super tacky. If you zoom in on it, the writing is super big and it looks like somebody drew it on Snapchat. I don't know, I think it looks terrible, but I don't have anything wrong with the scratch font. I think that's alright, and I think the graphic used is alright. Just those speech bubbles ruin it and give it a very lame, like, meme look almost. But if that's something you are into, that is going to come in a black colorway, a gray colorway, a yellow, and a blue colorway. Next up, we have the Lightning Water Shorts. I believe these are swim trunks anyway. This comes in two different colorways. You have the white and blue, and then also the black and red. Like many of the all-over prints, not a whole lot to be said there. It's just an all-over print. We also have these 3 packs of t-shirts that come in white and black. You just got the Revenge Arc logo right here on the opposite color of the shirt. And I think they are going to be Hanes collabs. Look for them to be a little bit cheaper. And it's just following kind of like the same line as Supreme. You know, Revenge has the underwear now, and they're about to get the tees. So I saved the best 2 items for last. First up, you have the Zippo lighter, and I think this one's pretty cool. It's basically just a Zippo, and then you got the ARC logo. And I was complaining earlier about the ARC logo, how it was used, but I mean, if you look at this, the silhouette, it's just like a box.
Put the gun down.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
And the ARC logo fits perfectly on there. It's etched on there. I was talking to some other people, and we were saying price will probably be around like low to mid 30s. Hopefully, I think that's usually what the custom Zippos go for. But yeah, I think this is cool. Not a whole lot to be said there. You either like it or you don't, I guess. It's just an accessory with an ARC logo, but I think it's pretty dope. And depending on the price, I could see myself copping one. So the last item is one I've been waiting for a long time. Garrett does these live streams or else Instagram posts, and he'll be like, yo, what do you guys want to see from Revenge? Every time he does it, or every time he did do it, I was like, flannels. The people want flannels. And he actually called me out on a live stream once when I said it, so I feel like, you know, some of the credit for these flannels happening comes from me. But yeah, I'm a big flannel guy, so I'm very excited to see these. This was by far my favorite flannel design out of that and the other one that dropped last drop. And the price is $118, so it is pretty pricey, but if you want to try to justify the price, the purchase, the back is embroidered, or is like a patch logo embroidered on, so that does up the quality a little bit. But yeah, I mean, like, I love flannels. Red and black plaid, like, that's a classic flannel colorway, and it's just the ARC logo. Like, it's a classic piece. I don't know, it's hard to beat. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to cop one of those. As far as the flannels go, I think that is the most hyped item from the drop, so probably sell it the quickest. Yeah, look out for that in the lighters, I would probably say. That wraps up the video though. If you guys did enjoy the video, you can leave a like, subscribe, comment, do whatever. Let me know what you guys think of the drop. I'm curious if you guys are going to cop anything. But as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.